Hey folks, thanks for watching my video. If you are new to my channel, subscribe now and ring that bell for future notifications. Thanks. Alright guys, today we are recapping Spider-Man Life Story number 3. So to give you a little debriefing, in 1962 in the Amazing Fantasy number 15, 15-year-old Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider and became the Amazing Spider-Man. 57 years have passed in the real world since that event. So what would have happened if the same amount of time passed for Peter Parker as well? A special high-end limited series that's a part of the celebration of Marvel's 80th anniversary. Spider-Man Life Story combines the talents of Chip Zdarsky, who did Spectacular Spider-Man, Marvel 2-in-1, and Mark Bagley, who did Amazing Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man, to tell the entire history of Spider-Man from beginning to end, set against the key events of the decades through which he lived. In this issue, we are set in the time frame of the 1980s. Mary Jane is pregnant with twins. Peter Parker has been missing for weeks now, and his absence is due to a secret war on a planet called Battleworld. It also seems Peter continues to, make modifications and alterations to his suit. In this particular scene, Peter converses with Reed Richards and catches up, since they haven't spoken in years since Peter quit working with him. Spider-Man then bumps into Hulk and Thor, and Spidey is semi-jealous of, Thor's Asgardian uniform, seeing as it has no wear and tear. Thor and Hulk assure him it wasn't made by men or gods, rather a device in the adjoining room that creates whatever you want so long as you think of it. And yep, you guessed it, Spidey uses this device and finally gets the black suit. In the early dialogue of this scene, Spider-Man says he spent his early 20s avoiding the war. Now he's fighting a secret war. I wanted to point that out because I feel this was a unique way of further developing the character. It's like that time in Infinity War, the movie where Spider-Man wants to be quote-unquote the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but responsibility sometimes calls him elsewhere or even off-world. The heroes win the secret war, and Spider-Man finally arrives back on Earth, rushing to get home to his wife and kids. I just love the black suit. It's beautiful. And Spider-Man, he finally arrives home to Mary Jane, and he's got this new suit. And he finally gets to meet, their newborn children. And it's honestly just kind of like an emotional scene because, again, Peter has been missing and, fighting in the secret war for 3 weeks. So, of course, with MJ not knowing where he was, him missing out on the birth of his kids, that's just the good old Parker luck, I suppose. So definitely some challenges that he's faced throughout this time. Going on, we learn that the world has pretty much fallen apart at this point. Most of the heroes went missing due to fighting this secret war, off-world, and also because of that, Russia decided to attack the US by firing missiles in that vulnerable time. Russia has feared America overpowering them, with super beings. And now with the bulk of them missing, this attack was prime time. And ultimately, it was devastating, what happened. So Vision, he also tried to help stop the missiles, but the best he could do was redirect the missiles away from New York. However, they landed in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and everyone and everything that existed there is now dead and scattered into dust. Going on, we learned that Spider-Man has a copycat out on the loose, mimicking his new black suit, and carries a shotgun as he terrifies criminals. I think I know exactly where this is going, but we'll touch on this again soon. Reed Richards converses with Spidey, letting him know that he's been studying his new black suit, and he informs him that the black suit is alive, a breathing living organism, a symbiote. Anyway, Spider-Man is already aware of this. I mean, after all, he is a scientist himself, and he has his own company now, Parker Industries. Anyway, Spidey is aware that his suit is an alien life form, but Peter is getting older and slower. Wearing the suit actually makes him stronger and gives him strength and the edge he needs to continue being Spider-Man. Spidey then gets a call from MJ. It seems Aunt May has wandered off with the babies. FYI, Aunt May's mental health has been, deteriorating the older she's become. So Peter rushes home and, luckily, 2 officers, found Aunt May with the kids down the street. Basically, what's going on in this scene, Peter is faced with new challenges. Balancing the life of being a husband and now a father, and also balancing his life as the owner of his company, Parker Industries, and being Spider-Man all at the same time. things are a bit of a mess in Peter's life right now. You think for a guy who's, as agile and flexible, he might be good at balancing responsibilities. It's more challenging, I suppose, than it seems. Spidey then takes off his black suit, whips on, his classic red and blue tights, and goes on a swing throughout the city to clear his head. As he, swings through the city, conversing with himself, he eventually runs into his copycat. The mimic Spidey tries shooting Spider-Man, and they fight each other on a rooftop scene until Spider-Man is stabbed by the black suit imposter. Now, it's not the small knife that's hurting Webhead. It's whatever it's glazed with, some type of poison making him slow down and become faint. It's soon revealed that Craven the Hunter is the imposter in the black suit, out for one last hunt. If any of you have read the Spider-Man book, Craven's Last Hunt, well, I'm sure you know exactly, what's gonna happen next. Spidey is shot and buried alive until something strange happens. The symbiote he had stored at home breaks out of its containment and rushes to Spider-Man and bonds with him. Once the symbiote reaches Spider-Man, it's not Spider-Man anymore, it's Venom. So, going on, I could just hear the Tom Hardy Venom voice in this dialogue.
You stabbed me. You shot me. You buried me. It's over, Craven. I'm going to kill you, and I'll get it right.
See what I mean? Classic stuff, man. Classic stuff. Then MJ shows up with a device that basically was designed to unbind the symbiote from Peter if he lost control. I mean, he was about to eat Craven's head off, so, MJ activates the device, symbiote scatters off Spider-Man, and now he's in his underwear. Going on, it looks like MJ is moving out with the kids and leaving Peter with Aunt May. She can't take care of the kids and Aunt May while Peter is constantly busy and absent being Spider-Man, so there's definitely a rock in their relationship. Good old Parker Luck again. Then we get, the closing scene with Craven bare-ass nude in his mansion, about to end this, the chapter of his life, as we knowingly predicted, until the unexpected happens. Before Craven pulls the trigger, to commit suicide, the symbiote grabs a hold of the gun, making a bit of a twist to the known history, Spidey fans are so familiar with. And that concludes part 3 of Spider-Man Life Story. The next chapter takes us in the 1990s. I wonder if Eddie Brock will be implemented in this story by this time, especially since the Secret Wars phase, has happened. For those of you who want to brush up on your Spider-Man comic book history and make connections to references in the story, check out Craven's Last Hunt on Amazon. You can download your copy now, and as a gift, I'll leave a link to a free Spider-Man comic book from Free Comic Book Day, all located on Amazon. The links are in the description of this video. What did you all think of this issue? Post your thoughts in the comments below and let's converse. I, for one, absolutely love this story theme, and, I can't wait to see, how it all concludes in the next, in this, 6-part collection. It's going to be really crazy to see, how it all ends. Hope you guys liked today's video. If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not like my video, well, give me a second to grab my web shooter so I can web you in the face. I'm just kidding. But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, guys. Wham, bam, boom.